10 months after his arrest, the illegal immigrant accused of murdering Rachel Morin will have a pretrial hearing today, with the trial expected to begin later this week. He's also accused of a murder in El Salvador prior to crossing the border in 2023 and another brutal home invasion and assault here in the U.S. Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett joins us now. Greg, this should be about 2 weeks. He'll get an attorney, but there is no defense that I could see. This guy's going down, right?
Yeah, his own DNA, Brian, will likely put him behind bars for the rest of his life. It was found on the body of the victim. I mean, the chances it could be somebody else's DNA is astronomical. So this kind of powerful scientific evidence, incredibly persuasive in front of a jury. But you're right, this guy was a serial predator, wanted in the U.S. for crimes, wanted for murder in El Salvador, which is why he fled to the U.S. when Joe Biden opened the borders. You know, Biden allowed millions to freely cross over. Murderers, rapists, gang members, no background checks, no vetting, and countless innocent victims, just like Rachel Morin, paid the price with their lives for Biden's insane policy. And it's going to take years and sadly many more violent crimes to catch and evict these people. So the damage that he did to human life is incalculable.
And now we got to spend all this money to put him through a trial. He was hiding in a drainage culvert before ambushing the 37-year-old mother of 5. Took him 10 months to track him down, but they found him drinking in a bar in Oklahoma. So another tragic story. And about an hour from now, we're going to have a story again of a legal immigrant criminal who did virtually the same thing. This guy's name was Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez. Meanwhile, let's talk about what's happening with this judge shopping to tap into your legal knowledge a little bit more. You know, these district judges, 600 strong, are going out of their way to stop the Trump agenda. This is what Trump posted on social media. People are shocked by what is going on with the court system. I was elected for many reasons, but a principal one was law and order. If it was up to District Judge Boasberg and other radical left judges, nobody would be removed from the country. The president wouldn't be allowed to do his job, and people's lives would be devastated all throughout the country. So now the House is going to pick this up, and they're going to try to do something. But is this going to be a venting session, or is there legal things you can do with these district judges?
Well, these are activist judges blocking a policy agenda of the president. They do it 2 ways. You know, they run to a favorable judge where the outcome against Trump is preordained. It's called judge shopping. It's unethical. But the other thing they're doing, once the judge has been shopped, that judge issues a nationwide injunction against Trump, exerting power they don't have and usurping the power of the president, demolishing the separation of power. Look, there's a bill in the House, a bill in the Senate to take away the power of the judges in the regard I've just described. Even if it dies with a filibuster, it's incumbent upon the Supreme Court. They have the power under a law passed by Congress to strike down all of these universal injunctions and stop it. You know, even the liberal judges have complained on the Supreme Court about these district court judges exceeding their authority. Think about it, 677 district court judges, all of them can overrule and countermand the president. It's got to stop. It's up to John Roberts and the Supreme Court to place limits.
Yep, it would be great also to not allow the judge shopping. Wherever you are and you file, that's where it is. You don't keep picking Washington, D.C. Thanks so much, Greg. Yeah, appreciate it. I know they passed a law to allow judge shopping. Now they should undo that.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.